Hi, friends. Welcome to Marianne's house. Welcome to Marianne's house. This is Marianne Goldweber, spiritual teacher, professional medium, and owner of a village personal and spiritual development center, coming to you live from our video podcast called Marianne's House. So I'm looking forward to having a dialogue tonight about the holidays and this time of the year. So let's get your cuppa and your notepad and paper. Here's mine. It's tea. And I look forward to seeing all the activity on here tonight. It's been a while. It's been a rough month. Still getting over COVID. So I'm clear though. But still got this residual congestion. So sorry for my hacking. So, hi Ralph. So nice to see you. So I wanted to talk to you guys just for briefly tonight to talk about this time of the year and holidays and what those really mean for us, and see who's joining us this evening. Let us know you're here. So I want to thank everyone for all the condolences for the loss of my brother. And thank you very much for that. That was wonderful. It was such an outpouring of love, and he'll be greatly missed. And then I got COVID on top of it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, the universe was shutting me down to process, I guess. And that's exactly what I did. We take these times where we're forced into stillness in order to, address what's going on right now. And so it's very important that we take the time to do those things. So anyway, so we're going to talk about December and January, which are historically times of a lot of holy days, which is where the word holidays comes from. It means holy days. And it's a lot of different cultures celebrate different holidays during this time of the year. Most of them because it revolves around the change of season, December 21st, which is solstice, winter solstice. There's a beautiful song. One of my favorite songs for this time of the year is called The Longest Night. It's by Mary Chapin Carpenter. And it talks about the longest night of the year, which is where December 21st is the longest night. So once we have solstice, the next day, the days start getting longer again. But it is the hearkening of winter, the time of winter. So it's a time of hibernation. It's a time of rest. It's a time of regrouping. It's a time of going within and processing the year and where we've been and what we've learned through this last revolution since last December 21st. And so it's really a time of rest, reflecting, and regrouping. So, we're not supposed to be, burning the candle at both ends during this time of the year. In fact, it's really interesting how quite often, even life quite often ends more often in winter and fall than any other time of the year. There's all kinds of reasons for that. But I think of it as this is a time of, everything going into hibernation. So things look like they die back, whether that's people or nature. It dies back, but it actually goes underground and starts to regroup and prepare and store its energies to come forth in the spring. And when we lose people, that loss is not really a death. It's the death of this, this physical form. However, who we are does not die, and quite often we find that a lot of times people pass away in the winter. It's not uncommon because it is a natural time of the endings. So it's not always a pleasant time of celebration like everybody wants to make it, and I think sometimes the expectation of those holidays make people feel like they're they're having to push themselves to do some of this stuff. So if we look at these holy days or holidays historically, they're not just about the birth of Jesus and December 21st. Jesus was probably not born on December 21st or December 25th, excuse me. But quite often, a lot of these Christian holidays revolve around pagan holidays or indigenous holidays of this shift in season. And so they made those holidays during that time in order to, transition or convert people to other ways or reasons of doing things. So again, there's lots of holidays that are celebrated this time of year. There's solstice. There's Yule. Yule is a Germanic holiday that revolves around the change of season. The reason we light the candle is to remind us that the sun will come back. That it's coming. So the longest night is over. So we light those candles. And Germanic indigenous peoples celebrated Yule. And again, that's what these holidays are about. They're a time of remembering, reflecting, and regrouping, and then preparing. So winter is the time of rest. It's the time of hibernation. And so that's why if we operate more cyclically, these are times to celebrate, but not in the woohoo necessarily way that we've been conditioned to believe that we should celebrate. It is a celebration. It's also a time of remembrance as well. So, when we light those candles, there's legends that say that, our ancestors come during this time of the year. It's to visit during these holy days. And so we light that candle to show them the way home, So yeah, there's some beautiful celebrations of this time of year. But it's not always about the commercial aspect of it, If you look at these holidays historically, they weren't always about just, gift giving and, the excessiveness of the consumerized version of Christmas. And so again, I think we put these huge expectations on ourselves. And like I said, we're all in a place of remembrance, and of holidays gone by or the people that aren't with us anymore. And so this isn't always such a festive time in the way we'd like it to be. So I want us to be gentle with each other out there, and knowing that not everybody celebrates the same way. And some people have traditions that they follow that are familial traditions or religious traditions. But it's not the only time of year. There's most of the holidays globally around this time of year, December 21st, have to do with the shift of season. And, so if you take a look, and if you want to Google this and educate yourself a little bit about it, indigenous peoples in the Americas celebrate solstice celebrations, and they have names for those. Germanic people, indigenous and Germanic people celebrated Yule and some of the pagan holidays. Same as Celtic people, but they all operate cyclically when it came to the seasons. And so we've come away from that a bit because we're not farmers, and we're not living that intimately with nature. That if we had to survive on, the winters, we would live more cyclically, and we would, grow our food and store our food and have enough for the winter time and put it up and put it away, learn how to can, and really just take the time to rest and not exert ourselves quite often in the winter as a survival skill. So what else do you have to do except reflect, So I want everybody to be a little gentler with each other and themselves and yourself through this time of the year, because it is celebratory, but not necessarily in the way that you expect. We have a lot to process. The last few years have really put the kibosh on a lot of people's celebratory things, and quite often because of a lot of the traumatic things that we've experienced in our world in the last few years, we're celebrating differently. And we're not getting together the way we used to, or there's a lot of loved ones who aren't with us. And so again, we're all learning to navigate and create these traditional rituals of celebration for ourselves and our families and each other. So quite often, what I've done over the years is it's for me a day where I'll go serve. So when the people are doing Christmas dinner, sometimes I'll go volunteer, whether it's at St. Augustine or one of the many places that serve dinner for people who have less than, each other. I will go deliver meals. I'll serve at some facility that's having a free meal for the community, whether it's set up, clean up, delivering meals. I try to give back on that day, because it helps me remember how fortunate and blessed that I am, as well as just spending time with others. So maybe you guys can create some traditions. In fact, Jared and I, most Thanksgiving and Christmases, have deliver meals for St. Augustine. So we would take the list, because they give you a list and they give you so many meals for that group of folks, and nobody wanted to take the ones that were further away or were in different neighborhoods that people weren't familiar with. So Jared and I would take the furthest away lists, and we would pack the car full of those meals, and I would drive and he would be the runner, and he would deliver the meals to the people's door. And yeah, it was like, a drive-by. We'd pull up, we'd take the meals to the door. He would get back in the car and he's like, okay, next, And so it was really such a wonderful tradition for he and I to do together. And we haven't done it over, again, the last couple of years. A lot of people weren't doing this. Some of the community centers were not doing this the way they normally do. But let's all try to create some new traditions, in our family. So for me, being self-employed, and it is a choice to be self-employed, but technically, this is not a good time of the year for people who are micro businesses or small businesses, because people are buying things from more commercialized things. So I would like to have you guys support small businesses during this time, because this is the time of the year, December, January, and February, where it's slim pickings, and so we rely on support during that time. So whether that's buying gift certificates from them, or or purchasing things that are locally made. That's another wonderful way to keep everything reciprocal, economically for everybody. And so, buying gift certificates is huge, guys, for every small business. That's money we have now for services that we'll pay forward later when you return your gift certificate. So whether you buy those for yourself or you buy them for other people, that keeps us going through the difficult months, where business is slow. But gift certificates are a wonderful way to keep small businesses in business. So I'm not just saying that for myself. I'm saying that for everybody who's out there, restaurants and, people who are artists, yeah, if you buy gift certificates or those kinds of things, it keeps them going during these difficult months. So it's not always a profitable time for everybody, and there's a lot of pressure for people to buy things for people. And I don't believe that Christmas is the only time for giving. I feel like we should be generous as much as we can every day of the year. And it doesn't have to be about what you give. It's about your time. It's about just offering assistance or some service that you could provide. There's lots of ways to serve. So this is a wonderful time to find those local organizations that could really use your help. In the coming days, I'll be posting some things. There is this wonderful nonprofit that's in the, for those of you that are local to me, in Cleveland. There's a wonderful organization called Neighborhood Connection. No. Community. I gotta put it down. Sonia Cruz. She's amazing. And they just got a school in the Fulton Clark area, and they're doing some amazing outreach when it comes to creating this environment for the community to take classes and to stop in and get donated items. And just helping to keep people going in the community. And anyway, I'm going to post it here when we hang up, when I hang up. But Sonia's doing amazing things. And, and then you've got places that are serving every day of the year. Any nonprofit could use your help during this time of the year. So whether it's donating body care products or gloves, hats, coats, boots, things like that, especially things for men. Quite often there's not enough men's stuff because, men don't give things, they wear things out. They're not like women where you just keep buying stuff. So, there's always a need for men's items, especially. So, whether it's the Lantern or whether it's Stella Maris or, B. Riley, any of the sober facilities that are serving a population, and they don't just serve the population that is there, they're also serving the community as well. They have open door policies for meetings and resources for people to come and, and to find what they need. So, so check those out. Just look up, some of the nonprofits in the area, or if you have any questions, you're welcome to give me a call about that as well. But these holy days, this time of the year is sacred to almost everybody on the planet for different reasons, with different dogmas, with different, spiritual understandings. And so we're all celebrating this rite of passage, this change of season, in whatever way we do that. So, we can't think that it's only just for one specific holiday. It's all of them. And, so whether you say Merry Christmas or you say Happy Hanukkah or you say Happy Solstice or Happy Yule or, this is a time of year that's sacred to most people for a reason. And so when we celebrate it by saying Happy Holidays, that covers everybody. That covers all the bases. So no matter what you believe and who you are, it's inclusive. And so, I don't know what religion or spiritual path people follow or walk. So when I say Happy Holidays, I mean all of them, including Christmas. So it's not just one holiday. And so we have to acknowledge that, people are here from all different cultures, all different places, and they all celebrate differently. And I love cross-culturalization. I think it's so important for us to learn how other people celebrate these times of year, these holy days. And again, I think it's important for us to teach our kids that too, that not everybody celebrates the way you do. We have Kwanzaa, we have lots of different celebratory solstice celebrations in most countries. So anyway, so that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight, is be gentle with yourselves and each other. This has been a very rough few years, and we're all still grieving. Our world is grieving, we're grieving. We've lost a lot of things. We're still trying to figure out how we can all come together and coexist and be those wonderful things in the world. So just so you guys understand that. So this Sunday, I actually am having my open house, which is called Serenity Sunday. And it's just an open house between 1 and 5. If you guys haven't been to the Development Center here on State Road in Parma, I would love for you guys to come out and just hang out. And we talk about dreams. We talk about what's new in each other's lives. We try to inspire each other. We hold each other up and lift each other. And it's a great time just to meet other people. Like, for instance, Ralph, or Patty or Bridget. You see them on Facebook all the time or on my live feeds, and then you get to meet them in person. And so I just really want to be about bringing people together. It does take a village. And I'm grateful for all of you that follow me this way. But wouldn't it be nice to meet other, forward-thinking, spiritual folks who are doing great things in the world? Quite often a lot of the people from all these different nonprofits stop in too. And you get to meet like Sarah Zeligowski, or you get to meet some of these people if they don't have something else going on. And so just follow my page, because I'll introduce you to some really cool folks who are doing some really amazing things out in the world. And, and it's because of them that there's a lot of people that are getting help. So, so if I can be of service during this time, this is a very difficult time for a lot of people. They've lost folks, and this is a time of reflection. And so if I can be of service, I have gift certificates right now. They're only $50 for a 1-hour phone or video session. And you can go to mariannegoldweber.com/special holiday special. And so if you guys go there, you can purchase a gift certificate for yourself or someone who you think might need some guidance or input or spiritual, spiritual inspiration. So it's a wonderful gift because, again, when you have sessions with me and the gang, you feel so empowered and you feel like it's doable. And I cannot recommend that enough. I appreciate that you buy people stuff that they need, or gifts. Well, this is a gift that keeps on giving because once you empower somebody or inspire somebody or help them get their feet after some event, cataclysmic event, if you guys just want to buy a gift certificate for some of the folks that I do for free, you're welcome to do that and just say, hey, Marianne, I don't want the gift certificate. Just hang on to it for the next person who needs help. You can do that too. We put them in the hopper. In fact, I got off the phone today with 3 people who were just in the middle of something. I really can't. I don't charge for that, guys. Some of you guys have called me in your worst moment, and that's not something I charge for. And so if you want to purchase gift certificates, that's a great way to pay it forward to someone who, is in need and can't afford services. And so those are things that, ministerially, I just don't really charge for. But again, we all are really just trying to leave it better than we found it. So yeah, holidays, they're wonderful, holy days, and there's so many of them. Yours is not the only holy day. And so when we look at different people and different cultures and different belief structures, you come to find that this is a sacred time of year for everybody. How cool is that? That around December 21st is a sacred time for almost every single person on this planet. Okay? And so where can we just honor that? Where can we all just appreciate that something holy is going on at this time of the year for everybody? I mean, that is inclusion. Okay? And so whether you say Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or, Happy Kwanzaa, if we just say Happy Holidays, it covers everybody, and we're all celebrating something. We're all celebrating that we made it another year. We're reflecting on the things that didn't make it this year. And we're going to rest and regroup. So when we come out in the spring, it's going to be, we're going to make it a better world. We're going to hit the ground running. So from my family to yours, thank you for following me. Thank you for supporting me. And it really does take a village. I'm so emotional. We're going into the new moon, so there's that. So if you guys are feeling some kind of way, there's a lot going on astrologically at this time of the year as well. And the new moon is really a time of reflection as well. So we're having all these things happen simultaneously. And so everybody's feeling some kind of way. So let's just be gentle with each other and ourselves. And if I can do anything, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. So happy holy days to all of you and your families. And keep the faith. And let's make this world a better place.